Okay, my name is Wanda Burton, and I teach pre-K 3. This school, I've been teaching for 2 years. I'm in my second year, and in general, 12 years. Some characteristics that make our school unique are: one, we feel like a family here. It's not just a place to work. Another characteristic that makes it unique is that we like to celebrate birthdays, weddings, holidays coming up. If children made a good choice for a whole week, we celebrate that somehow. Attendance, we celebrate attendance a lot. So children will get pizza parties or popcorn parties. Another unique trait is that we try to highlight families as much as we can. Last school year, we had a parent night out. So some of us stayed back at school, we kept the children, and the parents went on dates. And that was an incentive for getting the children to school on time for an entire month. Another trait that makes us unique is that we used to be a charter school, but now we're DCPS. And from what I'm told, that's the first time it ever happened. So we are like the trendsetter with that. Another unique trait we have is that we have 2 buildings as opposed to 1. And one building is dedicated to the early childhood division. But that doesn't make us less popular or less, how should I say, we get as much attention from administration as the main building, as this is called. Some ways that the administration supports me and supports the other teachers to be great teachers. They like to seek out professional development opportunities for us, especially if they have come to observe, our teaching and they notice that there's a particular area that could be stronger. They may suggest sessions that we can attend to make those areas stronger. They give us a lot of constructive feedback. It's not just a document that you have to read and figure out what's going on. They sit down and tell you, this is the situation, this is what I think, what do you think about it? So we feel very comfortable talking to our administration about any issues that we may have. Another way they support us is by just being interested in our lives. They know how many children we have, if we're married, if we're not married, where we live. They're not just seeing us as people who work under them, but people to get along with. If I'm going back to Jamaica to see my family, my principal knows, and it's not about a leave slip because I'm doing it in the summer, we get along. So they support us very well on many levels. I engage my parents by trying to get them to be as present in the classroom as possible, whether it means sharing expertise to come and show what they do on their job. If we're studying about, what's that term again? Community helpers. We ask parents to come and share what they do on their job, whether they work in a supermarket as the meat cutter or they work in the CIA. We've had parents who brought in tear gas and some special suits just to show the children what they do on the job. Very simple things like having them come to read to the children, or they may come and give a few hours helping to bring them to the bathroom, supervise at nap time, coming on field trips with us, helping us to decide where they want to go for a field trip. Sometimes we may have options and they help us to decide where we want to go. And if we're on the field trip, what do we do while we're on the field trip? For example, when we went to Cox Farms, there are many places in Cox Farms and we didn't have an agenda to say this is what we're going to do first. The teachers and the parents discussed, okay, let's try that one, let's try this one afterwards. So we try to keep them as involved and, engaged as possible.
My name is Tanya Combs. The grade that I teach is 5th grade, and the class that I teach is English Language Arts. The years of teaching experience that I have at this school is less than 1 year. This is actually my first year. And teaching experience in general, I have a total of 14 years. Some of the characteristics of this school that makes it unique is that in the transition from being a charter school to a DC public school, Dorothy Height has retained most of its staff. Also, we have a very diverse group of students and a lot of students that live in this neighborhood. So one of the ways that the school leadership team actually helps support great teachers is through an initiative called LEAP. And so with LEAP, which is actually a district-wide initiative, it stands for Learning and Working Together to Advance Our Practice. And so basically what LEAP is for is to allow teachers collaborative planning time, new learning, and so it's all supported by the administration, making sure that schedules are aligned to allow teachers that collaborative planning time, and then also is followed up through regular teacher observations and regular debriefs about teacher practice and how to improve their practices. Some of the ways that we engage with families of our students is by having or holding different family nights. So we recently had an Hispanic Heritage Festival. We've also had multicultural night. We have back to school night, literacy night, all geared toward the family and school community and bridging that relationship.
My name is Samuel Clover III, and I teach kindergarten. At Dorothy Heights Elementary, I've been teaching here for 6 years, 2 years as a DCPS school, and in general, I've been teaching for 17 years as an elementary educator. Some of the characteristics of Dorothy Heights that make it unique to this area and this school is that we are really a school that focuses on the community. And when I say that, I mean that families at this school are consistent with their children coming to the school. I've had several students who have matriculated through my kindergarten class and have taught some of their siblings as well. So it's a very family-oriented school, and it's a very community-based school. I think another characteristic that makes it unique is that we have things that appeal to the community, again, like I said, with clubs and activities that students have after school and during school hours. We also have a focus on the arts and humanities, and we have a lot of students who are very excited about the school and who do very well after they leave the school. My school leadership supports us in a lot of ways. One of the ways that the school leadership supports us is having us involved in the school and in our organizations of the school, such as the LSAT, such as as I said before, the clubs and the activities that we're a part of. Also having an open door policy where we're able to talk to the administration about problems that we see or problems that we may have going on in the school, or things that we may suggest to make the school even better or enhance the school. We've had several opportunities, myself as well, in helping the school to achieve certain goals that we've had, hosting community events and other things of that nature. Some of the ways that we engage with families of our students, we do newsletters that we have weekly. We have a website that has come up. We have a PAG, a Parent Action Group, that we are very involved with. As far as community outreach services such as parent teaching nights, and we have math and literacy nights for parents to learn. We also all day, every day, talk to the parents of our students on a familiar basis, email, fax, text, however we get the information out to them. We continually work with our parents each and every day. Our parents have an open door policy with our classrooms. They come in and they're able to sit in. We have parent volunteers who are part of the class. So parents are very much involved in the community as well, much involved with our school.